Hi Sonam.
Hey, hi Gaurav.
Are we waiting for some more people to join or are we starting?
Yeah, I think the hosts may decide when to start.
Okay.
Radhika, can we start the session?
Yeah, so we can start. We were waiting for more people to join actually.
Achha, okay, is this someone hosting the session or should I only take the session?
Actually, I'm hosting the session and
Okay.
okay. So, a very good afternoon, everyone. Hello and welcome. I'm your host and speaker, Radhika Dhawan, for today's session. Today's session is on industrial training. Thank you for joining us as we discuss about industrial training. Before starting the session, I would like to take a couple of minutes to tell you about Aspire. Aspire is one-stop solution for aspirants of various professions, qualifications. We cater to aspirants of 7 courses, which are CA, CFA, CS, CMA, CPA, FRM, and ACCA. Aspire provides help to aspirants in 2 ways: information and services. Information on our website is curated in a way that helps students in preparation in a holistic manner, from eligibility criteria to all about the course, the future opportunities available, as well as teachers to be selected. The revision links from YouTube that can be referred to study, and the mock papers that can be attempted are available on the website. We have numerous blogs which help and provide guidance in your study planning as well as in planning your revisions. Our services include one-on-one mentorship and webinar and workshop programs. One-on-one mentorship, we have a team of 40 plus mentors who have passed the same journey as yours with flying colors. A minimal charges on one-on-one mentorship ensures and provides guidance whether it is related to what career is best for you, how you should proceed with your course or studies, or how you should deal with failure and disappointments. Webinar and workshop programs. We conduct various webinars on key topics which are free of cost. Our workshops are like interview combo workshop, happen periodically and are there to bridge the gap of knowledge and information. Our YouTube channel has all these webinars and workshops recorded and uploaded in case you miss them. As speakers talk about their journey and struggle they came across and how they overcame each one of them to be successful. You can visit our website to know more about us. Speaking about today's session, our mentor for the session is Soham Gawde. He is a CA finalist doing strategy and planning planning industrial training at DBS Bank. He completed his articleship from GT Mumbai. Soham has always been an all-rounder, excelling in all the fields throughout his career. He was selected in the first round of interview only by the manager and got praised by the director himself. I would like Soham to take over the session from here.
Okay, first of all, thank you so much, Aspasia, for giving me this opportunity. I think we CA students require a lot of guidance, and for this platform, I think is the best for CA students. And moving on to our session, what actually, first of all, understand what actually industrial training is. Before entering into the why one should go for industrial training or what all preparation is needed for an industrial for cracking industrial training interview. So first of all, we all know that our CA Institute has given us this opportunity to pursue industrial training for the maximum 18 months. And when we say industrial training, what actually is there in industrial training? So each organization has various departments. For example, I am working in strategy and planning department of DBS Bank. Then we have finance department, we have taxation department, we have sales department. In each organization, the organization structure is divided into various departments. So each department requires uh, someone leading the department. Then we have Morgan Stanley. Many companies offer industrial training. But first of all, understand which role you want as an industrial trainee, because not all roles are interesting in industrial training. So, supposingly, for example, in a CA firm, I was working in audit, and then I got opportunity in finance department only. So I am not doing something innovative in that finance department. The reason being, I am dealing with auditors only. So the job which I was doing in a CA firm, the same job I am going to do in a finance department. So first of all, understand the job description. What all things you will have to do in that job description. Understand that. Ask questions that what actually this job is about, because many of my friends have got industrial training, but they have not got lucrative opportunities, something innovative they are not learning. So for example, I am doing my industrial training in strategy and planning department. So honestly speaking, I have got a complete different experience than what I was doing in my CA articleship. So in CA articleship, more of our work was identifying problems, but here in industrial training, what I am doing is I am solving problems in strategy and planning department. So this is the difference between CA firm and what we are going to do as industrial training in any organization. So before joining any industrial training, first of all, understand what you want to do post qualification. So supposingly you want to do a practice as a CA, you want to practice. Then industrial training is not the thing which you should do. The reason being, post qualification you are going to do practice only. Then secondly, if you want to do a job post qualification, I think you should go for industrial training. Reason being, you will get better opportunities post qualification. Then third point, how to apply for companies. So first of all, LinkedIn is the best platform where request you to say where you are doing industrial training, as I joined late. Acha, okay, no issue. So currently I am doing industrial training in DBS Bank in strategy and planning department. Okay. So yeah, we can take questions later also. No issues. Then we have how to apply for companies. So first of all, understand LinkedIn is the best platform for this. Search people who are doing industrial training or working in that company. Joel, can you please mute yourself? Okay, thank you. Yeah, so first of all, understand who are working in those companies. Tell them that as soon as vacancy is out, to inform them. Because see, every company doesn't apply on LinkedIn their vacancies. You will see JP Morgan showing their vacancies on LinkedIn. You will see DBS Bank, but not all companies give their vacancies on LinkedIn. So first of all, the company each in which you want to apply, contact persons who are already working in those companies and ask, whenever the vacancy is out, please inform you. Now, first of all, this thing you have to do on LinkedIn. Then secondly, many companies do post vacancies on LinkedIn as well. Make sure you are following the LinkedIn page of those companies. So for example, recently BCG had came out with vacancies of industrial trainee, and the people who are working in BCG had posted those vacancies on LinkedIn. So I would say, first of all, follow those people in whose organization you want to go as an industrial trainee. This is the first thing you will have to do. Then contact your friends. Many friends have the mail IDs of HR. Contact them, ask for help from them. They will surely help you, because honestly speaking, even I was helped by my friends only, who was doing his industrial training in DBS Bank. So I would say contact people from those organizations. And yeah, first of all, what is the appropriate time to apply for industrial training? See, if you want to do 18 months of industrial training, I would say after completing 14 months of articleship, start applying for industrial training. So I would say start applying on mail IDs. Ask your friends, contact your friends, take mail IDs of HR from them, apply on their portals, then apply through their HR mail ID. Yeah, one more important thing, always try to ensure that the mail which you are drafting is a formal one. So what happens, actually I have seen this in my organization as well. HR don't even see the mails which are coming from outside organization. So in every organization, in Outlook, one pop-up comes out that this mail has originated from external source. So when we get to know that this mail has originated, the HR don't even see the mail. So many a times it happens that HR ignore your mails. First of all, understand that take up follow-ups. Now these follow-ups should not be after 1 to 2 days of applying on that mail. Ensure that after 1 week, if no reply is there from the mail, you follow up. Just ask that if there is any vacancy, please do inform me. So through this, you can ensure that you are following up, because see, HR doesn't see every mail which she is getting in her mailbox. Most of the mails she ignores. And officially, every organization doesn't have a formal hiring process of hiring industrial trainees. So they just post in some WhatsApp groups, or they just post in their own company groups, WhatsApp groups. In this way, first of all, ensure that contact people who are working in the organization. Then second thing, yeah, once you had applied and once you have got the interview scheduled, ensure that you are preparing well for the interview. See, when I say preparing well for the interview, what do I mean exactly? First of all, they will grill you on your articleship experience. Now, what all things you have done in your articleship. So supposingly I had done audit. So they will first of all ask you what all things you did in your articleship. What are your significant findings? Now, these things really matter the most, because every organization wants a candidate who will add value to their organization. They just don't want a worker who is going to work from 9 to 5. So they want someone who is going to add value to your organization. So just a second. Really sorry. So first of all, ensure that you are preparing things which you have done in your articleship. Then secondly, read the job description well. See, most of the time what happens, the person who is taking an interview is only going to hire you. So what questions he is going to ask? He is going to ask questions which he is doing in his day-to-day life. Now, when I say day-to-day life, on daily basis, what work he is doing in his organization, on that basis only he will ask you questions. So your articleship experience. Then secondly, the job description matters the most. He will ask you questions from the job description only. Then thirdly, he will ask you personal questions, your personal background, your family background. Then he will ask you your significant learnings from your articleship. Make sure you are preparing for this question, because every interviewer expects you to answer this question. This question is the most important question, because he wants to understand that what value you are going to add to your organization. Then fifth point, yeah. So giving my experience, how was my experience of interview? So I had given interview in 6 organizations. So Mahindra Finance, then Morgan Stanley, then DBS Bank, then Motilal Oswal, and one more firm was there who were hiring industrial trainees. So first of all, they test on your articleship experience. They will ask questions on articleship experience. Then secondly, they will ask you personal questions, your family background, your learnings. And fourthly, they will ask you about your GMCS and advanced ITT. So we all know that the ICI has these mandatory trainings, GMCS and advanced ITT. Every organization prefers industrial trainees who have completed the GMCS and advanced ITT. So make sure before going for industrial training, you are completing both the courses. This thing I have personally experienced. So the interviewer has asked me whether you have completed GMCS and advanced ITT. So I had completed my GMCS and advanced ITT. So when I got selected, I asked him that why this question was asked. So if I had not completed my GMCS or advanced ITT, wouldn't you take me in an organization? So he said that, yeah, so there are 3 candidates. Out of them, others 2 had also completed. But your CV was strong, hence we selected you. But if your organization wants to give you extra leaves, so ensure that you're completing GMCS and advanced ITT because no organization want to give you extra leaves apart from those which you're going to take for the CA finals. So ensure that you're completing GMCS as well as advanced ITT. Then interview is done. Yeah. And one more thing. So in every interview, ensure that you are going in a formal attire. So when I say formal attire, go in a blazer, I would say. In articleship, we like don't go wearing a blazer, or we go only wearing normal formal. So I would say when you're going in interview for industrial training, prefer wearing a blazer. Yeah, I think that's it from my side. If anyone has any question regarding industrial training, I'm free to answer. Gaurav, if you have any questions, you can ask. Gaurav, Joel, Megha.
Yes, sure, Soham. So, how do we compare an articleship with in Big Four, a continuing articleship in Big Four with the industrial training? Do you prefer going for industrial training given that somebody is pursuing articleship from Big Four and has a corporate culture, has that background already?
Perfect, perfect, perfect. This same question I had when I was switching from Grant Thornton to DBS Bank. So even I had consulted my seniors. So the difference between Big Four and industrial training is that uh, in industrial training, first of all, Gaurav ensures that the organization which you are going has work which is interesting, which is giving you something value addition other than the job which you were doing in your CA firm. So, for example, you're doing in a Big Four articleship, and you're doing in audit, or rather, I would say internal audit. When you're switching for industrial training, first of all, understand that what value addition it is going to give you. For example, I'm giving my own example. So I'm doing my industrial training in strategy and planning. The work which I am doing is completely different from which I was doing in my C articleship. For example, really sorry. So I am doing project management, and project management is not something which we CA students learn in our articleship.
Right,
I think I even you would agree for this,
right,
that we CA students don't get uh, exposure to these things. Now, third thing which I am doing, first of all, project management, then analytical work is more. So we are analyzing financial statements, which we don't get opportunity during an articleship. So I was doing an audit, and you may be knowing that majority of the audit work depends on documentation. So I would say when you're switching from CA articleship to industrial training, make sure that you're getting a job which is more interesting, which is going to add value to your CV. So, for example, if I'm getting a finance domain, or rather, I would say in accounts department, I'm getting an industrial training. Prefer not going. The reason being, you are going to do the same job which you were doing in a CA firm. So there is no value addition which you are going to get by doing an industrial training. I hope I was able to answer your question.
right. So, following up with the next question, that is like in articleship, the broad fields that we have is audit and taxation. Now,
Correct.
if I talk about industrial training, I'm aware of finance profiles. I'm also aware about consultings. What else do we have in industrial?
Okay. So now this profile which I was doing, even I was not aware कि ऐसा भी profile होता है कि हर एक organization में strategy and planning department जैसा भी होता है, ये मुझे पता ही नहीं था.
Right.
But yeah, when I was shortlisted, they asked me questions related to the job profile. So supposedly my profile is strategy and planning. They asked me questions about project management. So they asked me questions on case studies. So they had given me a case study that you are working on this project. How will you handle this project from starting to end? How will you perform this project? How will you implement this project? So these different questions are asked in an interview.
Okay. Okay. And
I
coming on
hope
to
I
the
was able to
profile,
answer the
yeah,
question.
yeah. If I talk about your organization, that is DBS Bank,
Yeah,
what else profiles are there apart from strategy and this thing?
perfect, perfect. So, uh, apart from strategy and planning, in a bank, every bank has so classification. So I would say in every bank, each customer is classified as IBG, TBG, retail customers, and for each department, we are having vacancies as an industrial trainee. So when I say IBG, they are nothing but institutional banking group. So
Okay.
those handle clients dealing with institutions, big
Okay.
organizations. So supposingly,
Okay.
DBS Bank has given loan to Adani Group.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the process doesn't end when we are just giving loan to Adani. We need to analyze whether Adani will be able to repay those loans or not. So this work is also done by an industrial trainee.
So you mean credit worthiness?
Perfect.
Okay. Okay.
So
What
these
else?
different,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So what else? Now some of my friends are in internal audit.
Okay.
Internal audit is also a department uh, in industrial training. But I would say I have asked many of my friends. The work is not that interesting in internal audit. In an organization, I'm saying.
Okay. Okay.
Then yeah. So to be honest, we CA students don't get that much opportunity in sales and marketing. So
Yeah.
every bank has relationship manager. You might be knowing.
Right. Right.
Yeah, so we don't get opportunity in that. We get opportunities in departments which are handling clients. So uh, to explain you that we don't get front office work, we mostly get back office work. Like the bank which we visit, supposedly I visit a branch. So people there are working. So we
Right.
don't get opportunity to directly deal with client. We get back office work.
Yeah. Okay. You're based out of the Gurugram DBS?
No, no, I'm based in Mumbai.
Okay. Okay, Soham, that was all my queries. Thank you.
Thank you so much. If anyone has any more questions, they can ask. I think this is the best time to ask questions
Hello.
because yeah, go on.
Thanks for the opportunity to ask. Can I ask a question? I am
Yeah,
going
go
to
on, bro.
ask about the reality which every CA students what faces, which means that we know industrial training is something which the institute allows students to just move from their second year of articleship. But in many
Correct.
organizations, including Big Fours or Big Six, whatever, or any CA firm, the student the major what problem is that
Transfer.
sometimes their employer or partner will say, we are not allowing any industrial training. So
Perfect.
in that situation, CA student who are interested in their what they want to change their career from what consulting or investment banking because they are very much interested to that field, but because of these rules, they were exploited. So if I want to ask a question, which means that if a partner or what our employer says,
Mm-hmm.
you can't leave after 1.8 months.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible for a student or a CA student of how can he move forward? What is the rule behind that, or who will settle? Actually, there is no what the thing is very dubious because we all know what to do. It's a major problem.
I
So
think
you
this
are
is this is the most practical question which each CA student faces. So to tell my experience, so when I had given interviews for articleship, I'm saying post qualifying CA inter. So
okay.
in every interview, first of all, at the end of the interview, I have to ask them that whether this CA firm allows industrial training or not. So to give an example, most of the CA firms, mid-sized CA firms, don't allow industrial training. So they think that he's if he's leaving after 1.8 or that I would say 1.5 years, why should I hire him?
Yeah.
He's not going to work for me post that. So why should I hire him, right? So for
Yes.
that, I would say while giving interview in an articleship only, at the end of the interview, ask question that whether the CA firm allows CA industrial training or not. See, then they will ask you counter question whether you are going to pursue industrial training or not.
Okay.
Don't promptly answer that question. Yes, I'm going to do that. immediately
Yeah.
they are going to reject. The reason being, you're not going to work for them for more time.
Yeah, I know.
So it's like you're going and learning and leaving that organization.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for that purpose, I'll answer in a diplomatic way that currently I don't have any plans of pursuing industrial training. But if given an opportunity, I would explore that. But currently, I had this question in mind that whether the CFM allows or not. So just want to clarify that. ऐसे ही बोल के सिर्फ आगे बढ़ जाना.
Okay. But the thing is that now I am in my 6th month of articleship, and I think
Mhm.
for almost 1 year is here. For example, if I want to change for industrial training, so
Mhm.
the partner of the organization says that you can't move. What is my actually we want to send a mail before 3 months of leaving. It is the procedure
Correct.
by
Notice
institute.
period.
But if the partner is saying that no, you can't go, or there is no reply from HR, so what is the that main thing to do? I mean, I started my articleship in a good firm, which means in a audit firm. So
Mhm.
there is also I also want to what learn something very what interesting, or what we want some value addition. I think audit is
Correct.
so much. I don't know what you all know. Audit is what. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I can relate to that.
okay, if it is forensic audit also, there will be something what there is something to what analyze.
Yeah.
But the thing is that so I want to also change my profile. But here the organization says that they will not allow for any industrial training. But so it's my I actually the institute gives student a right, but the final clause says that the partner also want to what partner also want to agree with that. If there is a problem, then
Correct.
the partner and the student will amicably do. The institute will not come. So what is the major the problem lies there.
Yeah, I can
No student can.
understand. Yeah, to be honest, see, I am part of Vikasa. You might be doing CA Student Association, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so many students have raised this query with me as well. But see, understand one thing that as a member of committee of Vikasa, I don't have any power as such. So I would say, first of all, had you asked any question during your articleship interview regarding industrial training?
Actually, no. If we ask, they will surely say we will not allow. And also,
Right.
actually, we can't what get a good. We can't get rid of a good vacancy in a good firm by
Mhm.
asking, or just I know I what if we the organization says that they will not allow. But and we also note that they will not allow in the interview time. Also, we will know. But so I don't ask that question, and that's why now I am in my 6th month. If I ask that question, like you said before, it's very they will not hire me. I know that.
Acha, I no, see, even if you had asked your question, this question in your articleship interview, see, first of all, there are two options. They will say that we don't allow, then you can immediately reject that CA firm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I hope you're understanding why I'm saying that you should ask this question whether the CFM allows industrial training or not. Because in my case, I had given 12 to 15 interviews for C articleship.
Okay.
And out of them, 9 to 10 CA firms had told me that we don't allow CA industrial training.
Yeah.
So I had rejected them. Reason being, I see we get stuck in this only that we
Yeah.
don't have option then. Now, see, first of all, you have completed 6 months, right?
Yeah.
One option you have talk to your partner now only and ask him that, sir, I want to do industrial training. Please, can you allow me?
Oh.
Ask him. No, ask him face to face.
Yeah.
Don't call him or ask him on text. Go and meet him in person and ask him, sir, I want to pursue industrial training. Please, can you allow me?
Okay.
So understand his answer. So if he straight away says no, then you have two options. Do your articleship, complete your articleship, 3 years of articleship in the same firm, and second option you have take transfer within 1 year, and
Yeah.
then wait for I would say go for the firm which will allow industrial training.
Yeah. 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 Thanks for the
Yeah,
answer.
yeah. See, I would say yeah. I can ask your question to regional council member
Yeah,
of
I could
WRC.
understand. As a
Yeah,
student, we can say the right thing. You and me are all students, and we can't say what is the right thing.
yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I can ask regional council member of WRC if he has any solution. He will say because see they are members of the institute and they have solution to everything.
Actually, it is one of the major question of many CA students. For I think you just want to find the answer for many of us, not for
Yeah,
me.
even see, listen, the one advantage which I had during my C articleship was that I was registered in GT on a secondment basis. So I was registered in some other firm and I was working for GT. So at any point of time, I can close my laptop and leave that organization, that CA firm.
Actually, can I want to ask it out?
Yeah,
Which means that I am also not registered in, not registered in what the main what the partner I am not registered under the main partner, which means that I am just registered in one CA who is in somewhere else and in his name. So which means that if I get the consent of that principal, then I could get that
perfect. Ah, ask that CA under whom you are registered. Ask him, sir. Actually, I want to do industrial training. I want to explore new opportunities. ऐसा कुछ बोल देना कि ऐसा बोल देना कि मुझे सीखना है नई नई चीजें.
Okay, okay. You are also like that. Is it
या
you are also
अरे मैंने भी वही किया
yeah.
था बट कैसे सीन था कि मेरे जो रजिस्टर्ड फर्म जो है वो रजिस्टर्ड फर्म के साथ मेरे अच्छी बॉन्डिंग हो गई थी तो वो उन्होंने पहले ही अलाउ कर दिया था हाँ जा जा वो तो और एक एडवांटेज था कि जीटी में भी द मैनेजर अंडर हुम आई वाज वर्किंग वाज सो सपोर्टिव दैट ही himself used to tell me that yeah you should do industrial training, you will get to learn something new. So that was one advantage which I had.
Yeah,
Baki,
I
I
understand.
know that CA firms don't allow industrial training.
So if that, I think if that principle allow, which means then I can what leave from the organization. But
Correct.
I don't know whether that principal will do it for me because he will lose what the that commission. No, I mean actually, yeah, I don't know the reality of that thing which
No,
the
see,
principal.
understand. You can take this in two ways as well. First of all, the principal may think that, see, Joel is neither working for me, he is not adding value to my firm. See, just
Yeah,
for commission of 2 to 3 thousand, he will not shop you.
yeah, yeah.
As a CA, even when I will become a CA, I will not shop anyone ki just, अच्छा 2000 जा रहे मेरे नहीं इसको छोड़ेगा मैं. I will
Oh
leave
yeah,
you. Yeah, so the CA firm will not stop you just because you are going for industrial training and there's 2000 commission is going.
yeah,
If you
yeah,
are working for the CA under whom you are registered, then he will not allow you because see, you know how to work, and the new article trainees don't know how to work.
yeah, yeah. Understood, understood.
Yeah, I hope I was able to answer your question.
Yeah, yeah, I got some idea because my principal is not the exact partner, but he's a person from my native place, but I don't know him personally. So I just want to request him about that.
Perfect. So see,
Okay.
understand. Slowly and gradually start creating a bond with him.
Yeah,
Call
yeah.
him. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
invoice. He might be raising invoice, right? For
Yeah, he is
stipend.
giving me 2000 stipend.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
so call
everything.
him. Yeah, call him for invoice. Ask him, sir. Actually, I want to learn something new. इंडस्ट्रियल
Ah,
ट्रेनिंग अच्छी है मुझे ये करना है वो करना है ऐसे ऐसे बोला मुझे इन्वेस्टमेंट पोस्ट क्वालिफिकेशन आई वांट टू गो इनटू इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग आई वांट टू
yeah, yeah.
गो टू कंसल्टिंग ऐसे
Yeah.
ऐसे बोल देना उसको और फिर उनको बोला कि
Uh,
प्लीज मुझे अलाउ कर दो इसलिए इंडस्ट्रियल ट्रेनिंग के लिए मान जाएंगे.
okay. Yeah, I understood. I got some idea. Thank you for this class. Okay.
No problem, no problem.
Yeah, I
I
got,
think
but can I ask another question? Because
yeah, yeah,
I
go on,
think
go on.
6 months is over, and I think there are 9 or 10 months are remaining,
Hmm,
estimated. But in
hmm.
that, can I want to do any financial modeling courses like that? Value, which means that there are so many financial models. So if we do, is it it will add value, for example,
Yeah,
as
so
well.
correct, correct, correct. So financial modeling is important because see, one interview I had given in DE Shaw, I don't know you know or not, DE Shaw company.
Okay,
So there they had asked me that whether you know financial modeling or not.
okay, okay.
So yeah, so in interview as well they ask you that whether you are able to do financial modeling or not. So I would say you should do that course. But that to see understand there are two types of courses. One 200-300 रुपए में जो मिलता है और second one which is costlier but which is more in-depth course which will land you in an investment banking role.
Yeah, what
So
about this Coursera and Udemy? Is it any value? Is that finds any value in
yeah,
reality?
honestly speaking, the content which is available on YouTube and the one which is available on Udemy, both are
Same,
same.
same, same. Yeah.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
would say मतलब ऐसा नहीं मत कर, you can try 300-400 रुपए जाने में कुछ दिक्कत नहीं है, but thing is कि YouTube पे भी वही कंटेंट अवेलेबल है.
Yeah, yeah, understood. But the reason being asked, because if we learn everything from YouTube, then the world will not believe that we have the rights to. Actually, we
Correct,
know
correct.
everything, but they want certifications.
Yeah,
But
I can understand. I can understand. So if you want to do, you can for sure do, because see, if you want to go into a profile like equity research, investment banking,
yeah,
these
you
things
want.
are mandatory. They will ask you in interview only. So I had given one interview for equity research, and उसमें ही पूछा था मेरे को कि
Yeah,
you know
understood.
financial modeling or not.
Understood. Okay, okay. I think my main problem I asked about, and I got some idea. Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
no issue. No issue. If anyone has any question, they can ask.
Actually, there is some. And can I ask you another question? Because
Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
want to
Go.
clear the CA finals, and actually, it is the most important thing.
Correct.
For example, uh, we do articulation from a good firm, we do industrial learning, but thing is that everybody will look for that number of attempts. In reality, they will look for the attempts, and everybody
Correct.
wants to clear it in first attempt.
Correct.
So we want to be careful about our preparation. And I am
Mhm.
thinking about what to buy some classes and what to finish at least 4 subjects within the 3 years. I think it's very
Okay,
hard.
okay, okay, okay. Acha, अरे समझा. I got your question. So first of all understand how much work you are getting in CA firm. So to be honest, the firm in which I was working for 12 to 13 hours, and this was something overworking, I would say, and
Yeah,
yeah, that was taking a toll on my health. So I was not
sure,
able to study as well.
sure. Same situation. Which means
Yeah,
that after, yeah, I am working for a partner in Chennai, and I am from Kerala, which means that
mhm,
I don't get any office interaction, but only client interaction. Which means that
correct,
I am always in client office. But the thing is that in my team there are only some articles. I mean, number of articles is very low, so less social interaction. And in the
correct,
midst of this, my interest is not purely for audit. I take audit because of learning some overall idea of a business. It's my
correct.
idea, but when it comes to reality, it is mainly based on this financial statements. Actually, we understand what I
Documentation,
want. Yeah,
documentation.
yeah, documentation or whatever. So I just okay. Then how
Yeah.
can you manage the studies? Which means
So
you.
understand one thing. In industry, it's not like you're going to work for 12 to 13 hours on daily basis.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
industry, there are fixed working hours, and that is the reason why many chartered accountants switch from a CA firm to an industry. They want work-life balance, because everyone wants work-life balance. No one wants to work on 12 to 13 hours. In CA firms, what happens because of due date, or rather I would say deadlines, strict deadlines, we have to work day in and day out. And
yeah,
because of that, we are not able to focus on our studies as well.
yeah. Okay,
So
okay.
see, the company in which I am working currently, the working hours are normal from 9:30 to 6 to 6:30, max 6:30.
Yeah,
After
understood.
that, after that, even the employees don't stay in office; they leave the office.
Okay,
So
okay,
see,
okay.
understand the organization in which you're working. So, for example, you joined JP Morgan. There, the working hours are 12 to 13 hours on daily basis. So my friend is working in JP Morgan. He's working for 12 to 13 hours normally.
Yeah, I know it's a private organization,
Yeah.
and maybe they want to work more. Yes.
So so understand one thing, that the working hours also matter the most. The working hours which you are getting in industrial training also matter. If you are going to work for that much only hours, then it doesn't make sense in doing this thing, because CA final, obviously CA final matters the most.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you, thank
Okay,
you.
no issues. Anyone has any questions? Okay, so Radhika, we can conclude if no one has any question. Radhika.
Yes, yes, we can conclude this session.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Soham, for the amazing session. Thank you, everyone, for joining in.
Thank you, Radhika. Thank you, Aspire CA. Bye.